Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Good morning, and today I want to talk about the lovely new war quest that is coming in December, and really what you should do in order to get ready for that, as it is the biggest, most anticipated mainline quest in Warframe. And if you're a newer player, you might have to get a couple things done in order to actually be able to run the quest when it comes out. So we'll just go over all of that today. We're nearing 100k subs, so if you want to sub at all and like the video, that would all be appreciated. But other than that, let's get on with it. First and foremost, the main thing you first need to get done is the new war questline up until, that's right, you've completed all of this. Once you've done that, it'll just be in this state. It's at a to be continued mark. You've completed the Chimera Prologue, you've completed Era, and you've completed the Maker quests. That means that you just have to wait for the new war to come out, and you're pretty much good to go. These quests are, like the final main storyline quests that'll lead up right before the new war, so obviously, if you're at that stage, you pretty much should know what's going on, right? Maybe not, but hey, you pretty much should. If you didn't know, the new war is going to have some pretty mandatory things that have never really been mandatory for quests before, such as the Necramech. Your Necramech just is in this Tenno loadout area slot here, where you have your Arcwing, Arc Guns, your K-Drive, all of that extra stuff. The Necramech will actually be a mandatory part of the new war. DE has let us know in advance that yes, you do need a Necramech, okay? So get on the Necramech grind. If you didn't know, you can get the very first Necramech, which is this one here, the Void Rig Necramech. It does have a skin on it, so as you can see, he's a cute little tanky boy. But this guy here, you can acquire the Necramechs on Deimos, running isolation vaults through the Necramech faction. I think it's like the Necroloid faction, something like that. And all in all, Necramech's really good. You have to level them up to 40, and in order to do that, they do require 5 Forma. I myself am currently just throwing some extra Forma in, as right now is a great chance to level up your Necramech because of the open world Aya farming that people are doing in high level Warframe open world bounties. So take advantage of that if you can. Level up your Necramech, get a ton of Aya, and just, have a good time. There are great builds at this point for the Necramech, and honestly, it's just so strong that I would recommend everyone build one, especially the first one. I would say the Void Rig Necramech better than Bone Widow. Bone Widow's good, has heals, has a good melee, but the Void Rig has the Arquebex. If I said that right, who knows? This is an insanely high damage 4th ability. If you have primed Rubido line barrel, does a lot more damage. Look at that, 187k base damage, corrosive blast, my god. Insane. Throw on whatever elements you want, viral, it's not like it really matters. 100% crit chance at a 5.4 times crit multiplier. So base chance is pretty much just always doing 1,000,000 damage. So an insane amount of damage. If I took these out just to have even more damage over status percent, because 110% status, right? The damage would be through the fucking roof. So this is insane. Really just a godly weapon on this one, and this isn't even like a min-max perfect build by any means, trust me. So my god, will the Necramech just destroy everything. It's a great thing to do. The next thing I want to talk about is the Railjack. Oh yes, you do actually need to farm up your Railjack. So a lot of things about Railjack can be kind of wonky, but the nice thing about Railjack is it's actually fairly easy to level in publics, and once you level up some of your Railjack intrinsics, solo Railjack is actually not too bad. So to get the Railjack quest started, I believe you'll have to look for your boy, Railjack Cephalon blueprint. This is Cephalon Psi in here. Once you build this up, it should start the, I think it's called the Rising Tide quest. That is the entire quest to get your Railjack built. My silly dog keeps interrupting me, but the quest is pretty simple all in all, right? The Rising Tide quest here, get it in the shop. You used to need a clan, don't need a clan. It gets you your Railjack, can get it done somewhat fast. It's a good opportunity to first get your Railjack and then level up your Railjack. Your Railjack will take a little bit to level up, but luckily, if you didn't know, Warframe has until November 29th a 3-day affinity booster. And go into the market, hit redeem code. The code is Discord 100k because they hit 100k on Discord. I messaged this out and stuff, but thought I'd mention it here because this is a great chance to level up your intrinsics for Railjack because 3-day affinity booster. That's right, everyone. So pick that up if you need. It's again available until November 29th, so just like 3-4 days from the release of this video. Something that should help you a little bit, so get it if you can, if not, oh well. So clearly, Warframe is getting everyone ready for the new war release, right? The 3 main things: get the quest done, level up your Necramech and get your Necramech farmed up on Deimos, okay? All you have to do, again, very simple, just go to Deimos, go to Necrolisk, run the quests. Well, specifically the Isolation Vaults, and then level up the Necroloid faction. Farm up and level up your Railjack. If you didn't know, you can get your Railjack right here. You can get your Plexus right here, which is pretty much your law mods loadout for your Railjack, right? As you can see, mine is pretty much maxed. I'm not putting a ton more time into it. I just have to max out some mods now. Railjack works the same. You actually do need to level up the Railjack for intrinsics, for also master rank. If you're new to Railjack, I would recommend getting everything up to around level 6-7 minimum for the new war. 7 is the minimum I would definitely hold because I think that's the required rank to get into the Veil solo now. To level up your mech though, your Railjack, even if your Railjack is pretty bad, you can always go into public missions, right? Just tag on public, go to Railjack, whichever place you're comfortable, hit join any crew, okay? This is the best way to level up if you're not comfortable using your Railjack, so yeah, keep that in mind. It's always a good idea to do that. You can always just join any one of the crews here in any place. Veil Proxima is always going to be the best one to level up at because highest level Grineer. These are going to be always the best maps because high level Grineer go burr, get you a lot of XP, right? Just is what it is. Pretty simple, right? So those are the 3 main things I would say you need to get done for the new war. But the nice thing about Warframe is there's still other things you can do. Let's take a look at the sweet weapon and Warframe you unlock from some of the main quests. So, the Paracesis. This weapon can get up to rank 40, and it has a huge bonus of damage to sentience and resets sentient damage resistance. So if you haven't farmed up the Paracesis yet, haven't completed the main questline, to get the Paracesis, get that done and level it up to 40. This is an insanely good weapon, especially, as you can see, it's a Sentient Slayer. Very aptly named and nicknamed, I don't know, the Sentient Slayer. Okay, it is made to kill sentience. You also have, let's see, Excal Umbras, I think it's the Nakana. Where is it? Yes, the Skyajati. This one is also very good because, ayo, it has Umbral mods on it. But it doesn't hold a candle to the Paracesis. Excal Umbra is also very nice because he has some good Radial Howl, causes sentience to shed any built-up resistance. So, hey, if you like using Excal Umbra, he might be really useful for the new war, purely because of his Radial Howl, Paracesis type sentient looking gimmicks, and of course Exalted Umbral Blade is always amazing. So hey, I would say make sure, level up your Paracesis. It's an insanely strong heavy blade, right? Look at the crit on there with sacrificial mods. Look at the damage on that. Oh my god, look at that. I don't even have a Riven for it. If I had a Riven thrown on this with some crit, my god, would the damage just be through the roof. So would definitely recommend getting this bad boy, okay? Does a lot of damage. It's just great, irrefutably an amazing weapon. Last thing I really wanted to talk about, and if you don't know what operators are, you haven't gotten to that point in the game, you should probably just jump out now, because I'm gonna, I guess, talk about some minor spoiler stuff, but in Warframe, I never really talk about any story stuff, so nothing like that. So, for the operator, I would recommend getting the focus trees a little bit more leveled up, okay? If you're anything like me, you've been incredibly lazy with any focus tree. So I would recommend just getting them a little bit more leveled up. It'll make just doing sentient shenanigans a little easier. Most likely it will make New War easier. There are a ton of focus trees. Running ESO is, at this point, a lot of people's favorite way to casually level up the focus trees, right? Just nuke the map with Sarin or anything else you like, Ember, Volt, you know, you name it. And nuke the map, get a ton of focus, level it up that way, bada bing, bada boom, you're having a good time. But even with focus, I would still say get a good operator amp. I myself have just built finally my 177 amp, which if you didn't know, you can pick up the better endgame pieces of amps on Vox Solaris, okay? It is the Fortuna, one of the open world standings there. That's where you get the badass, like, higher level amp parts. This is my amp right now. I don't have good arcanes on them. That's what I need to get done. But I do have a good amp, so I myself am good there. As you can see, I need to level up my amp, I need to get arcanes for my amp, then I need to guild my amp, and then I'll be good to go. So I would 100% recommend people just get their operator a little bit more boosted if you can, focus tree and equipment wise. You never know when the game is going to pop out a thing that'll require you to go into operator mode, do a lot of operator void damage, okay? There can always be those sort of gimmicks, so keep that in mind, farm up all of this, and hopefully you'll have a good time, because the New War is coming in December. It's just another week away until December hits, probably another 3-4 weeks. We don't actually have any idea when the New War is truly going to come out, so get farming, everyone. No need to rush it. I myself will of course be streaming the New War questline. I'll upload the full quest walkthrough to YouTube no matter what as a separate video as well, so if you ever want to watch that later on when that comes out, you can do that, right? Probably most YouTubers would do that, and streamers and whatnot, so yeah. It'll be a really hype December. I'm going to be very busy streaming and making videos, so I hope to see you there. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, getting close to 100k subs, so if you want a sub, I would appreciate it. Hit the notification bell. Use Epic Games creator code Pupsker when buying anything like Fortnite skins or games in the Epic Games Store. Anything helps at the end of the day, so thank you all, and I will see you next time. Peace.